What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land Daily Boxing Talk, people. And today we talking, did Crawford wash Brook, or was it a fixed fight? Plus, Crawford calls out Pacquiao. Alright, y'all, so y'all check out the background footage, man. This is pretty much what goes on in Louisville, Kentucky during the summer every Sunday, man. You know, people come together. Luckily, during all this crisis in the world, we ain't had no violence. Everybody just came together and had a good time, man. So y'all just check it out. And there's also some other footage of just me around town, man, just trying to have a good time during all of this crisis in the world. So, two topics today. Did Crawford wash Brook, or was this a fixed fight? So, I'm going to touch on Crawford calling out Pacquiao here in a second. But, so, you know, I was going through some videos this morning, man, when I woke up after I watched the Terence Crawford versus Kell Brook fight last night. And did my little video, you know, my little review video. Go check it out. It's my last video. But, I woke up this morning, I was looking through some videos, trying to see other people's, you know, opinion of the fight. And I ran across a channel called The Brotherhood. Once again, it's called The Brotherhood. And he has a video called Crawford Vs Brook Post-Fight Rigged. Brook took a dive. So go check out his channel, man. Go check out that video. But I just wanted to touch on, you know, basically, was this a fixed fight? Did Kell Brook take a dive, or did we see the best that Terence Crawford has to offer? And basically, he was saying, man, that the punch he saw Brook take, it shouldn't have wobbled him, and it shouldn't have caused as much damage as he made it seem like it did. And to me, you know, it's crazy, man, because he's saying that he was acting when he caught the punch. Now, to me, you know, I feel like something was definitely off about the fight. I feel like Bob Arum and Terence Crawford have a lot to lose if they take a loss. And I feel like I kind of feel like it's almost unjust to call it a fixed fight, because I am a Brook fan. You know, I do like Kell Brook. You know, I don't have no shade toward Kell Brook. I don't have no shade towards Terence Crawford. They both fighters. They both boxers. You know, I enjoy what they do to entertain the fans. I'm just more of a fan of one than the other, because I feel like one was more proven than the other. But with that being said, I also feel like, you know, Kell Brook perhaps sustained a little bit too much damage in his last few fights, and we saw the accumulation of that damage coming to light during last night's fight, man. And I just feel like, I don't want to say he took a dive, man. I don't want to put that on Kell Brook. But here's the thing: if you watch that fight again, man, there was something that the announcer said at the end of the fight. And it kind of shocked me when he said it. It basically, he was like, after it was all said and done, and Kell Brook was walking to the back, he was like, well, you see what you got, Kell Brook? Take your $2 million and go back to Sheffield. Something like that. You know, something to that effect. And it kind of just shocked me when he said it. I'm like, okay, why would he even mention that? You know, you're an announcer, number one. You kind of sound a little racist the way he put it. And why would you blurt that out to the public? So it's interesting, number one, that Kell Brook got paid $2 million for that fight. You know, with no crowd, with, you know, no real ticket sales. I'm pretty sure the people who were in there didn't buy those tickets. I'm pretty sure those were just, you know, rich people, friends of people who had something to do with the fight. I'm pretty sure nobody in that arena actually brought a ticket to that fight. So how is he getting paid $2 million to fight Terence? And if he made $2 million, what did Terence Crawford make for that fight? it's kind of weird that they're making this type of money without a crowd of people, but then they're complaining about paying Pacquiao $20 million when he's drawing in, filling up the Cowboy Stadium and selling, hundreds of thousands of pay-per-views. It doesn't even make any sense. So when you look at it from that aspect, you start to think like, man, well, is there something else going on behind the scenes? It was this fight fixed? Was there something else? Did Bob Arum have something to lose here? He slid Kell Brook a little something, and Kell Brook did what he did. It's possible. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't want to put that on Kell Brook though. I don't want to sit here and say Kell Brook took a dive for $2 million. But if you watch that fight, Kell Brook was winning that fight. And if you watch the Golovkin fight, which is what the guy mentioned, the Brotherhood, I don't know his name, I just keep calling his channel name, but the Brotherhood, he mentioned in the Golovkin fight, he took a lot more punishment than what we saw him take from Terence Crawford. And he still didn't, his corner had to throw in the towel. He didn't, give up or anything. Just like last night, he didn't actually give up. He wasn't throwing back. And that's the same thing in the Golovkin fight. He just wasn't throwing back. He didn't even look hurt when Golovkin was welling on him. He just looked kind of disheveled, the same way he looked last night. But the thing I will say about Brook is he has had 2 reconstructive surgeries on his eyes. So there is a possibility that he might have blanked out or something when Terence Crawford caught him with that shot. But based on what I see, something smells fishy about that fight, man. Something really smells fishy. And now this leads me into my next topic. Terence Crawford calling out Manny Pacquiao. And I say something smells fishy because it's almost like that fight was an automatic setup to try to call Pacquiao out. Let's use this fight, show that you can dominate a bigger, stronger guy. And I don't know what they're thinking behind that would be, but somehow maybe that's to draw Pacquiao out and to get him to agree to a fight. Now, in my opinion, he doesn't need to fight Terence Crawford. I would like to see him fight Terence Crawford as a fan of boxing and a fan of Pacquiao. I would love to see him fight Terence Crawford, but in all actuality, I feel like he's being set up in a way. So I would actually rather him go ahead and fight Errol Spence. If he has the opportunity to fight Errol Spence, I would jump up right on it, because it just seems like Bob Arum is trying to set him up for something in the same way he set him up during the Jeff Horn fight. And I think it kind of behooves Pacquiao to stay away from Bob Arum. If somehow the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight comes to fruition, he takes the winner. In the meantime, go fight Mikey, go fight you guys, go fight McGregor. Let those 2 guys sort it out over the next couple of months. And if they can't sort it out, get you a fight with Spence and retire. At this point, because it's almost like Bob Arum is trying to set him up to embarrass him, using Terence Crawford to embarrass him into retirement. And I don't want that for Pacquiao, man, at all. I really don't want that for Pacquiao. So if you look at it from that aspect, yeah, last night there could have been some shadiness going on last night. I don't know if there was. I'm not saying there was. I don't want to put that on Kell Brook, but it's looking fishy. And I will say this too: if Brook makes a comeback, if he comes back and fights Amir Khan and beats him, I would say 100% he took a dive. Because there should be no reason he beats Amir Khan or even goes to fight Amir Khan. He should actually go retire now. If you're getting beat in 4 rounds and you can't take solid punches anymore, you shouldn't be fighting. You should go retire. So if he does come back and fight Amir Khan and beats Amir Khan, I would say 100% there was something fishy going on last night. As far as Terence Crawford calling out Pacquiao, I feel like Crawford's and Bob Arum are fishing right now, man. They're really fishing to try to set Pacquiao up to make his name even bigger and to embarrass Pacquiao into retirement. And like I said before, I don't want that for the Pac-Man. You know, I'm a huge Pacquiao fan, support him in everything he does. I would never call myself a fanboy because I love the sport of boxing more than most people. You know, and I work out with boxing. I do a lot of stuff surrounding boxing, so it's never going to be something to where I call myself a fanboy of Pacquiao. I'm just a big fan of the guy, and I don't want to see him go out on a bad note. I want to see him go out on a high note with the best fight, win or lose. You know, just give me the best fight and then retire. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hit that like button for me. Please subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell the guy on the moon, your homie in China, about Ali Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red. We're trying to grow the platform as big as we can, man. And if we support each other, we can get there. Believe in yourself, follow your dreams. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we out of here.
Situation.